Hi folks, welcome to the video. It's the Hardly Gaming, and yeah, as you can see, I'm recording this in the day. I haven't actually gone to bed yet. I'm going to try and reset my body clock. I was getting kind of silly. I was going to bed at like 8 in the morning, waking up like 4 in the afternoon. I'm going to hopefully try and fix that and actually stay up today, maybe have a little nap in the afternoon, and hopefully that'll set me up to actually go to bed at a reasonable time tonight. So yeah, I gotta admit, looks pretty good in the day, doesn't it? You know, the much better light. I'm not getting that kind of grainy look on the webcam. I mean, this webcam, it is only 30 FPS, but it can go up to 1440p. So I wanted to make sure that you guys got a really nice, pristine look at my lovely features. So here we are. We are on Hossin. This is, you know, dead time of the day. This is on the EU server. I've just got selected a couple of missions, and I'm going to grab an ant, and I'm just going to go and do some gameplay. You're welcome to join me, and yeah, if you like what you see, if you like what I'm doing here, please remember to like and subscribe. I would like to think that I have something that not many other people do have, and that is a computer that I can record this game in. I play on max settings. And I get good FPS, and I think that's what, you know, people like to see. I'm talking nonsense now. I like to kill my ant. If you ever get that weird thing happening with your minimap where it goes black lines, just zoom in and out, it fixes it. We just do that, and it fixes it, no problem. Now, I do have a caution one here, as you can see, and it's quite a bit away, so I might build a base somewhere in the middle. I don't know. We'll see. Apparently we've got 16% NC here in our walk gate. I don't know. So that's quite productive today. So I did try and go to bed. Wasn't this working? So I woke up. Oh, I woke up. I had to come out of bed because a guy delivered a parcel for my dad. Massive box. It feels very light. I don't know what's in it. Before 8 o'clock, he rang the doorbell, which is a bit weird. So I popped downstairs, left it on the front step. This massive box. I brought it in, and I was like, oh, I'll just stay up then. So yeah, I've given my room a little tidy up, got rid of all my recycling. There's we do all our recycling here. It's one of the many reasons I don't like Hossin. I can't see half the time what I'm doing. So I should. I have, as I said, I ordered. I am going to be getting rid of the Elgato I have, and I've ordered the HD60 Pro, which I managed to order for only a couple pounds more than I'd got the other one for. I think the guy put it up for a bit cheaper than he intended to, because he basically put it up and I went, mine, and immediately bought it. So that should be arriving today or tomorrow. And from what I gather, that's a much simpler process. I plug it into my computer. It's got one input, one output. One goes into my graphics card, one goes into my monitor. The only thing I'm still concerned about is being able to play at 1440p and record at 1060. Now apparently the way I do that is set my second monitor as my main monitor and clone it to the monitor I'm gaming with or something. I don't know, I'll have to properly look up the guides on how to do that. The thing I'm confused with, I mean, why in 2020, and I know these cards are a couple of years old, but why anytime around now do they only allow 1080p 60 FPS? Considering anyone who's like wanting to record or stream is usually playing at a much faster, you know, they're usually people like me who've spent a lot of time and money on their systems. And I do it because I enjoy doing this kind of recording and videos. And that's my main hobby, you know. Can't really do my other hobbies right now because they're all closed. I used to do quite a lot of skiing and snowboarding. Doing that though, I actually hadn't been for quite a long time, even before lockdown. My thing is, see if I lived next to a mountain, like a big proper mountain with skis and like snow on it, I would never not be on a snowboard. My problem is, I don't. The nearest one is the indoor slope in Glasgow, which is kind of rubbish. And then the Scottish resorts, which can be brilliant if they have good snow, but the last couple of years they just haven't. I was working too much last year, and also because I was working, but I'd only just got a job after being unemployed for a couple of months. So like I'd used up all my savings now. I'm gonna go and put my own silo down. I'm not gonna build someone else's empty silo. So I wasn't able to afford to go away anywhere. Doing that though, a couple of years back, I just decided to go away, and within a week I'd organised a trip to Austria. Basically went downstairs with my parents and went, Mum, Dad, I'm going to Austria next Friday for a week. I actually really enjoyed that. It was a really nice little chalet I went to. I paid extra, quite a bit extra, but I paid basically have a bit of a more of an enjoyable experience, so I paid for my own room. I wasn't sharing, I had my own wee room. I had a little ensuite area, and I would do that again. It's obviously it's more expensive, but it was so much nicer. Discount, or do I have to? The thing, I don't want to just put it in someone else's silo, because if I build around that silo and they take that silo away, the base dies. Could I maybe sneak? I'm just trying to find somewhere where I think it would class as contested. But the main reason I'm going back to that, the main reason I was enjoying it being having my own little areas. I am quite introverted, and I like being able to have my own time just being away. So like I'd be hanging out with the guys all day, skiing with them, and then like we'd be having a group meal at the end of the night, and then I'd just go to my room for a bit, watch some Netflix, and yeah, that's kind of what I need. I'm thinking this bit right here would be fine. Am I in no, I need to be in that sector. That's the thing, guys, you need to be in the sector that's contested. I don't really want to build here. How far down can I get? Okay, so pretty much anywhere on this little island. That's fine. That should be okay. Here goes. Yes, it's classed. Good. I'm just going to put the stuff in a silo now in case the fight moves on and I lose this as a contested silo. Sometimes it likes to do that. Sometimes you're physically putting a costume into the silo and it will move somewhere to like the other side of the map. And it's so annoying, it can quadruple the time it takes, you know, to do it, because you have to you finish putting the costume in and then you redeploy over, get more costume and go to the next silo, and it's an absolute hassle to do. Yay! And that's probably a bunch of certs and XP. Right, do I want to grab costume first and then build? I think I will. I'll grab some more costume. And just to remember to mark my waypoint. So, the other day I said I was having trouble with my system, and I just decided to entirely reinstall my graphics drivers. Turns out I didn't need to do that. Basically, when I clicked one of the things, if there's no issue, I'd click clone my displays and then unclone them. It just disconnects them. To fix it, you just go click on it and you go extend to this display, you know, connect it back up. And I didn't know how to do that, so I spent my whole day like reinstalling my software for no reason. But what I did do was when I was reinstalling the software, it asked me for my preset, and apparently upon the investigation I went for the esports, which gives you the best kind of FPS possible. And I have to admit, I think it's done quite a nice job. Like, I think the game looks really nice now, and it definitely is working. So what am I at? 150-ish FPS, which is not bad for Hossin. Hossin, because it's more going on in Hossin, you generally get less. On Esimir, when I'm about randomly going about grabbing Cortium, I can have over 200 FPS. And I know people say, oh, you can't see anything above 60. You can. You absolutely can. From 60 to 120, there's a massive difference. Trust me. What I might look into is actually locking Planetside maybe at about 100, so I don't get the skips, because sometimes it goes from like 190 to 140, and that skip is actually noticeable. So I might see about maybe setting just Planetside 2 to maybe 100 at max. But right now, it's been fine. The only time I do notice a difference is when I'm flying now, which has always been an issue, just because of how much has to be rendered at once for flying to happen. But it was like back in the day, I couldn't fly at all. Like, I wanted to, but I would lag so much, and it'd be so, like, oh, it was awful. Horrible times. Back in the days. One thing I do take into account is that no deploy zone. I don't know how close up I can get. Might have to do it slightly different. For the no deploy zones, they like to tell you that you can build it, but they don't let you. So like, there will be times where I'm not standing anywhere near no deploy zone, and it won't let me. Or like the building you're placing, you're standing in no deploy zone, the building you're placing isn't, and it won't let you. Little class of buildings being in no deploy zone, even though it's you who's in a no deploy zone. This is another base I very much doubt will ever be attacked. I just enjoy doing this, guys. I just enjoy starting my day doing this. It kind of gets you set up, and also I'm less likely to rage quit when I know I have a base, you know, sitting there. And I am likely to rage quit often. Yeah, I say I've been trying to move away from putting Bane Spires in here. It's one more thing. I did have a base the other day. Got Cortium bombed, lost all my stuff. And this is the problem with the Cortium bombs. They make an individual person even stronger at fighting bases. I had all the middle buildings there be destroyed by a single Cortium bomb, and I didn't know about it, even though I'd put an alarm module on my base. I just realised when I looked at the map when I died, I couldn't spawn my base. So I drove a lightning over, and sure enough, there was a guy in my base killing my stuff. I probably killed him and his friends and his tanks and his Thunderer, and then defended my base for a little while until they left and rebuilt what they destroyed. But like, I mean, a single infantry now can, it's gotten back. It used to be really easy for single guys to destroy bases back in the days of the hives. They would just overload the hive eventually. And it's gone back to that, to be honest. It's gone back to where a single person can quite easily destroy bases now, which is not good. It's never good to regress in games like Planetside. In that though, they have regressed a lot in the past. I mean, I went from potato computer graphics to this just over years, just upgrading and stuff like that. But apparently, overall graphic settings have diminished quite dramatically over the years. There's going to be a gap, I think. Yes, no, good. But I said, but back when the graphic settings were apparently better, I couldn't play this game properly, so I didn't know what's the difference. The fact that I can play this game at a reasonable FPS is amazing me these days. So that. I like to bring my turrets as low as possible, because ultimately they can still see as much, and it's just a little bit less easier for them to hit them. You know, it's literally, when it comes to building bases, every inch can matter. You never know what's going to be what kills your base. Wait. Oh, that was my... I was wondering what I put down there. It was my AI module. I thought I put a repair module down here. I was quite confused there for a second. Don't think that's a gap, but just have a wee look. Oh, that's good. God. I don't like that, it's a little bit out, but it's fine. Fine. Let's take it. Anti-empty one this side. And I should be able to get the anti-air one this side. Maybe not. What? I guess it's climbed on that rock, but it's still within range of the AI module, so that's fine. Remember that this time. I'm gonna go grab some more calcium now, I think. Let's go there. I think I put this a bit too close. I wonder if that would work. Let's take away the AI module. That could be a plan, actually. It might look quite nice. Remember, guys, that'll look good. That way? That's annoying. Alright then, I'll put it up here. Now I need to go and put that AI module down again. Oh, I'm getting lag. Yep, there we go. That's been happening a lot in the last couple of weeks. Not just in the American server, but here as well. In the European. It shouldn't be. Right, I'm gonna go grab the calcium and run quite low. Okay, 60. Got my Tyrion mug today. I drink and I know things. I gotta admit, I think Tyrion was my favourite character in Game of Thrones. Just because he was the most relatable. He just given up and just drank. Drank and ate. And the fact that did he survive? I can't remember. So many people died in Game of Thrones. It got silly though, and it didn't. I'll say, like, once they basically ran out of source material, once they'd gone beyond the books, the whole thing just collapsed. It just showed that the writers, they were useless without George. And I think George has given up now. I mean, he doesn't need, that's the thing, like, he is so rich now, he is set for life, he never needs to put a pen to paper again. And he's probably quite sick of it though now, to be honest. So like, we're already like 2 years overdue for the next book. That's one of the things I can't go, it's the same, there's quite a few series like that where I can't go back and rewatch them because I know how badly they end. I was watching some videos earlier on my little YouTube chips. I was watching How I Met Your Mother videos, and I just remember how badly that last season was. Like, was it 7 or 8 years? I mean, I watched them when they were on TV, and then I rewatched the entire series together. It took me several weeks, so it took me a couple of months actually, I think. And for it to end the way it did. The thing that annoyed me most about it was Barney's character. For those of you who don't know, Barney was like kind of like the womanizer. He was always in a suit. He was always trying to be awesome and, you know, trying to be like the cool guy. And played by Neil Patrick Harris, who's a very well-known, openly gay man with a husband and adorable children. But yeah, he would play like this womanizer who'd have sex with women always. And then he basically started to have, he fell in love with one of the main characters, and his whole character changed because of it. Like, he became much more serious. He was able to win her over, and like they began a relationship. They actually got married, and then it was all just thrown away. They came back in one episode. They're like, yeah, we got a divorce. And then Barney's character in the last episode, pretty much, it went back to him being exactly what he'd always been. Like, he'd gone through his massive character change into a decent person, a decent human being, and they just had him back to being a shallow womanizer. And that's what bothered me most, because it's essentially, you grew to like love these characters, you grew to respect them because of how much they'd gone through. The characters, I mean, this is a show, but it doesn't matter, but and then they just kind of threw it away. And then how like there's so much build up to meeting the mother, spoiler alert guys, and then they kill her like within a couple of episodes. Although a bit ominous about that, she dies, or she gets an illness. I think in the show it's like 2022 when she dies in the show, through a mysterious illness. You know, she lives in New York City. There's a mysterious illness that kills lots of people. Do we know what that one is? Seen to as well, like something like 70 million Americans have already voted in the early voting thing, and Donald Trump voted in person for the first time in a long time. He's voted by posting for years, and he came out and he's like, yes, it was very safe, it was very secure, not like that posting ballots, you know, that's a mess, you never know what's going to happen. But like, that's what you did for years. Like, are you saying you are happy to have your vote potentially be corrupted? By the way, guys, like, just if anyone watches this from anywhere who lives in a democracy, voting fraud is tiny. Like, I think in the UK it's like 0.06%. You know, it's tiny. Same in America, guys. It doesn't happen. And like, people are going on about it's this massive problem. It isn't. It post your ballots in, guys. It's safer right now, especially with the virus. You know, vote in person, you know, in some ways might be safer, but not the end all be all, guys. at the end of the day, just remember to vote. Doesn't matter which way you go. Voting's what counts. Those guys and girls that died to give us a vote, they didn't do it so that you would vote for a particular person. They did it so you had the choice. They did it so you could vote. That you could go to the ballot without fear of punishment, and you could go there without feeling oppressed or pressured. So that's another thing that's been really bothering me about Trump. Again, like, he's asking people to go and guards like the ballot stations. I mean, basically it'll just be people standing there with guns going, who do you vote for? And people will be scared and they'll just go, oh, I'll vote for Trump. And that's terrible. And the fact is like, he's also said that he won't accept the result basically if he loses. If he wins, perfectly, it's all legitimate, it's all perfectly fine, but if he loses, it's definitely fraud. Even though he's the president and he controls the Congress and he controls the White House. You know, he controls the media that he's now saying is turned against him, has consistently, you look at the statistics, they've been, like Fox for instance, has been overwhelmingly positive about him over the years. And yet, apparently, they've now turned against him because they said some critical things. Anyway, guys, I'm not an American. The only thing that bothers me is it is true that what happens in America affects the world. And after Donald Trump was elected, we got Boris Johnson, and he's an idiot. Like, he really is an absolute idiot. People asked him how many kids he has, and he was like, oh, 6 or 7, I don't know. And then people were like, oh, he just had another kid, give him some slack. And he doesn't know he's had a kid. He doesn't know what's going on. He's an idiot. Let's go grab some more costume. I like this wee base, it's working out quite well. I don't think I'll be able to get another paint spy, which is a shame, but it'll do fine. I've also said as well, guys, I keep my my iPad open to allow anyone spawn aircraft, because unlike other people, I actually like to fill my base up with costume. Ooh. And yeah, so I mean, if I've got a costume and you want to spawn an aircraft, on you go. Gives me a bit of XP. I get the spawns as well, because they'll know to come back to this base and they'll consistently spawn. And at least in spawn tube, spawns do count towards your construction spawns, which I need to get with this character. I will never farm them again, though. I will never try and get them. It took me... Actually, I had some really lucky days, that's the thing. I had a couple of days where I got hundreds of spawns each day, and I was very lucky with them. That was around the time the update drops, and there was obviously a large pop, so I was able to get one tube to good places. The thing that would ask though, guys, if you're coming back to the game now, or if if you're an old player, don't kill routers unless they are critical to winning or losing a base. You know, if you're going to lose a base if you don't kill that router, by all means kill the router. If it's a 12 to 24 fight or a 24 to 48 fight, it's the only one on the continent, leave it be. But it's what's feeding the fight, and then everyone's a good advertised fight. And also, if you're up in the shaft Walkgate, guys, and there's a router down near like where the computers are and all that, leave them. Because people only go in there to finish the quests. And ultimately, you're just hindering progression of the game. Wait, what? Why the hell is someone attacking my base? What the hell? It's a galaxy? That's weird. They're not going to do much, it's quite a nice little base. Quite happy with it. What I might do actually, I might move that paint spy and try and get them all right in the middle. One thing I do need to do though, I need to set up an actual, cause I haven't got mines yet, I don't think. I like to use proximity mines in my base, and they work surprisingly well. No one really expects them for some reason. That's something I can look into. Yes, let's move my paint spire more over. Oh no, no, the wrong one. Filters. That's what I need. And let's hit this. I don't think I can get it. I think the base is too tight. That's the thing. I think it's too tight down here. I can't get it. What I'd love is to get 2 at least, but I could. Maybe I could have gotten 1 here. Can I maybe? If I take this away, I can put anywhere. Can I get this in here? Yes. That might mean maybe that I can get one up here. And then that's the main area of my base covered. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I can get one here. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, I can get one up here. Let's put it there. People like to hide behind a silo. I'll put it there. And I need to put one alarm module there again. Doesn't really matter about alarm modules. Okay, I think that might be us done. I like to see if I can make any jumps. Got this here. Can I like do something with this here? No. I like to see if I can make any jumps, so I'll just like make something interesting. No, that's a shame. Oh well. I like to see if I can make a little jump. Just make something a bit interesting, you know. I found these can actually be quite nice in your walls. If you have like a wall, if your base is big enough, put one of these in, and then put a wall next to it as well. You can get them snug, and it can act as a way out of your base that your opponents can't use to get in. There's also things as well that you can, if you put the pillbox as low as it can, and them as high as you can use them as a ramp to get on the pillbox. So if you have it so that your pillbox is side on in the base, you can do that, and you can then maybe like put tanks on the top, and the top of the pillbox is actually perfectly sized for a prowler if you set a prowler up there. I was just seeing if I could put a base down, and yeah, having a prowler set up, like if you're able to keep it repaired, I mean, they could massively add to your base's defenses. Actually, that might be it. I'm on the wrong setup. Right, so I do have. I will change it to that though. Oh, that's my base fighting setup. Yeah, that's my base fighting setup. That's it there. Okay, so I do have one set up. That's fine. Just didn't select it. Well, how much do I have? I'm gonna need more quality. Anyway, I'm gonna finish the video here. What I'm gonna do quickly, I'm gonna pull a wee scythe and I'm gonna show the base from the air. Yeah, I'll do that. Just to kind of show you guys. When you're putting down the air pad, try and make sure it's not put down near any trees. I've made that mistake quite a few times and ended up crashing immediately. That looks alright though, doesn't it? This is the kind of shape that I'm going now with my bases. I've been able to extend a little bit just because I've got that rock there. But I'm quite happy with that. It'd be quite a tricky base to attack, especially if you're like maybe just 1 or 2 tanks. You'd have trouble with this base. You really would. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Anyways, thank you for joining me. I'm going to land carefully if I can. Yep, thank you for joining me. I hope you, as I said, you get to see me in a bit more natural daylight. I'm not overly ginger. Maybe a little bit. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.